Tom Platz had a huge influence on me. He taught me a lot about the importance of having the right attitude both inside and outside of the gym. That's why today I want to cover some key lessons that I've learned from him that helped me with chasing my goals both in life and in fitness.
Why did I start training? Oh, geez, I was 10 years old. I was about 10, and I saw a picture on TV of Vasily Alexia. Remember the Russian weightlifter? And I saw that, and I looked at my dad and said, God, I was amazed. It did something to me. It's a lot like when a priest becomes a priest and has this calling from God. It was like something I had to do. I saw a picture shortly after that of Dave Draper. But Dave was on the beach with this crusher, and in the picture, in Muscle and Fitness Mag, or Muscle and Builder and Power magazine, as it was called back then. There was a girl on this arm, a girl on that arm, a girl on this leg, a girl on that leg, and the surfboards and the beach and the ocean was in the background. And I saw that picture, and that's when I grow up, Dad. That's what I want to do. He laughed, of course, but I really believe if you want something bad enough in life, and you can get it.
From the very beginning, he always had that vision on what he wanted to do. You can definitely see that there was a lot of influence from Arnold, since he always talked about that, but really, that is always the first step. Getting a very clear vision on what you want and believing that you can accomplish it.
I made a promise to this young Tom Platz. I said, if you're going to do this bodybuilding thing, and if it's this important to you, you cannot be a failure. You cannot leave the gym ever a failure. You have to give it everything you got. And when you think you're done, there's 5 more reps. Even when you do 5 reps, there's probably 5 more reps yet. Okay? And I told myself, I have to give it this much. I just can't be, because I can't accept the fact. I cannot live with the fact that Tom Platz is a loser. That disturbs me so much. I hate that statement so much. I will do anything close to death to be a winner. If you give up on your dreams, what do you have left? Nothing. I can't live that way. That's why I'm in this business. It's never been about the money. It's always been about the love of the game and the energy I gain from it.
When you love doing what you're doing, it's really hard to give up when you face a difficult situation. When you face failure, it doesn't matter because you'd be doing it anyway.
I told my dad, I'm coming home. 76 Mr. America was in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and I'm coming home. My dad's driving. It's late at night, real late at night. And I said, Dad, I think I'm going to quit. I'm very despondent. And I'm like, maybe this isn't the thing for me. And it lasted about 15 minutes, and then I'm strategizing for next year. Okay. But yeah, there are many times where I looked at myself and said, do I really have what it takes? And the answer was like, I got to get up. I got to keep moving forward no matter what. And I do this with everything, but even in the eyes of failure, even like failure is looking at me, I'm like, I'm going this way. I challenge failure every time. I learned that on the squat rack.
This is why you can have that longevity, that consistency over the long period of time. It's a big deal.
Commitment. That's really what bodybuilding's all about. Most people want it instant. If you want results, it's going to take hard work for years. And that's the answer. I was playing football as a teenager. I never told anybody this, but this coach kicked me in the butt. Back in the 70s, you could do this and you didn't go to jail, okay? But the coach, I was playing football, I was a middle linebacker, he goes, boom! He goes, Platz, you're nothing. You'll never be nothing. I'm like, my whole world, oh my God. My coach told me, Coach Smith told me I'll never be nothing. From that day forward, I made a promise that I will give it everything I got. I'm ready to die for what I had to succeed. I have to give it everything I got. That way I'm a winner no matter what. I don't know why I said it to myself, but I made that self-promise.
When someone did or said something to you that triggered some strong emotions, you can use those emotions as a rocket fuel that will get you to your goals. When you start to lose motivation and you don't feel like it, maybe you felt tired and wanted to skip the gym that day, but then you remember what Coach Smith once said, how you're gonna be a failure, how you're never gonna do anything with your life, and all of a sudden you're all fired up. And if you don't do it, it means that Coach Smith was right all along. You can't allow that to happen, so you end up going to the gym and smashing new PR on the squats. As long as you have an enemy you need to prove was wrong, you can't allow yourself to be lazy. You can't allow yourself to sleep in on the weekends, to skip the gym, relax, watch Netflix and chill.
Years later, 20, 30 years later, all of Coach Smith's kids, emails just came out. The internet just opened up. And they said, "Are you the same Tom Platz that Coach Smith talks about?" And I said, "Yes, I am, and tell him thank you very much for everything he's ever done for me."
And I believe Tom Platz was successful because he learned how to use those emotions as a fuel. I believe this is something that kept him going so hard on all those sets that he went beyond failure.
So life offers you a lot of opportunities, even sometimes if it's devastation and terrible. Oh my God, death, and you lose your fiance or your divorces. I went through all that stuff, okay? Those are the years I did best. In 81, my fiance got together with I never told anybody this before either, but she got together with my training partner. And I came home from the 80 Olympia and they're together. I'm like, oh my God. I was so hurt and so baffled that this girl could do this to me. I decided to take all that energy and put it into the gym before the 81 Olympia. I just opened the door to the Gold's Gym that day, that year, and boom, everything would work. It was a magical year. Any exercise I did was, wow, mind-blowing. I would train like every day, and every day looked better and better. I'm in the mirror, I'm scared of myself in the mirror, because I was so focused on this. The fact that something really devastating happened in my life gave me the opportunity to have something great happen.
I find that positive frame of mind and the ability to accept the loss was a very important qualities that Tom possessed as well.
The only difference between me and you is that I wanted it more. And probably I got up one more time. A winner just gets up one more time. I didn't even win the Mr. Olympia. 10 times I lost the Mr. Olympia, and I'm still working. Okay, so it's not about winning.
Take for example two most controversial Mr. Olympia competitions. First in the 1980s and then in 1991. We could say that in 1980s Mike Mentzer lost to Arnold Schwarzenegger, and in 1981 Tom Platz lost to Franco Colombo. Both of these seem to be unjust, but you can see how Tom reacted to his loss compared to Mike Mentzer. Mike crashed his trophy into the wall and never showed up on stage again. Tom raised the hand of the champion, accepted the situation for what it is, and just moved on.
But, and I want Arnold beat me that night, but Arnold won that night, and when Franco won in 81 too, hey, I raised Franco's hand and smiled at him, and inside I'm thinking, stupid, But, that's the way the judges saw the risk you take when you stand on stage. You say, judge us, taking a risk of losing. And if you don't want to take that risk, you shouldn't be up there. You shouldn't be up there. I guess I'm a strong believer in the work ethic. If you give it everything you have, I'm willing to almost die. I know I won't die, okay? But I'm willing to give it pretty much close to that point. For my goals, what I believe in, it's easy to feel good about that. And even if you don't win the Olympia for some reason because they had some weird judges on the panel or something. Some good friends of mine on the panel, actually. I just don't know where their heads were that day.
Kept squeezing them out to the point where I wasn't aware that I was really squatting. I was like somewhere else in this space. And after the set was over, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm in the gym. Okay, you come back home, and it's almost like a mind leaves the body experience, to where you're focused on the exercise. You are the muscle. You're the squatting machine. Your thighs. You think about the back being erect. You don't even think about it anymore. You're this functioning entity. That's what you do. That's all you do. That's all you know. And that's life as you know it for the period of that set. And after the set's over, to the point where I can't do more reps. And I know if I try to do one more rep, the muscle would tear from the bone. And I get to that point, I'll do half reps and fall into the rack. And as I open my belt up, I'm not breathing hard yet. But as I open my belt, all of a sudden, in about 20 seconds, like, I can't breathe. It's pounding, falling on the floor, and then it goes away, and I have another set. That's a typical squatting day for me.
Tom was always training to the absolute failure. Although this is going to depend from person to person, I, for example, can train to failure and keep the intensity through the roof and still keep going, do some extra volume. You know, if I did just 1 or 2 sets, it wouldn't be enough for me. You can also notice Sam Sulek being this type of a guy who trains extremely hard but keeps the volume high as well. He's doing all these forced and partial reps. His range of motion gets inconsistent at the end of the set because he's trying to squeeze every last drop of energy remaining in the muscle.
It's like getting a towel and having water in the towel, having a wet towel. And you get all the drops out. And that last couple of reps is like, one more drop, one more rep. That's it. The set's over. That's what you got to do. Most guys can't do that. They don't have the mentality for that.
For some people, on the other hand, that's going to be too much. That's where you see people responding really well to Mike Mentzer's high-intensity training, where they do just 1 hard set and they're done. They can't recover fast enough for the next set to be effective. That's why you have all these conflicting opinions, whether you should be training to failure or a few reps short of failure, whether you should keep the volume high or low. It's subjective. It depends mainly on your genetics. You have to figure out what training style works for you, and that's exactly what Tom suggests.
You have a cadence and a style. It's very different from my own style. You're an ectomorph. You're a high endurance rep kind of guy and you do fast reps. You can handle a lot more work than I was able to. A guy like yourself, an ectomorph, more red fiber, can handle more sets, more volume, and more frequency. I get it. I have to cater what I'm thinking. I can't have you train like me. It's got to be like you. So everything I would not do, I'm going to have you do. Everything I would not do, I want you to do. Let's do one more set. You can do it. Come on. Oh, you're getting stronger. 2 more. Come on. Come on. Congratulations. You achieved failure. Failure has been achieved, thank God. Now, the only place to go from failure is to win. You have to achieve failure. You have to take it that far. Nobody wants to go that far. It's too scary. But you know something? I got news for you. That's where winning is. It always has been. Nothing's changed since the 70s. Nothing. Except people train not as hard.
Tom's training style involved lots of forced and partial reps while keeping the tension in the muscle. He did this on pretty much every exercise, and he's popular for his insane effort. He really gave it everything he had.
I really believe in cheating only to add stress to a muscle, not cheating to take stress away from a muscle. Usually a person's new to weight training, doesn't quite grasp that ability.
Jetzt sind ja 30 Kilometer.
Okay.
Jetzt ist das Doppelte. No, it's double.
Double, I don't care. It doesn't have to be pretty. I don't care about pretty. I don't care about perfect movement. Just move it. Any way you can move it.
Like momentum?
Yeah, move momentum, pure, brute, stupid movement, whatever you got to do. I want you to just get it up. Okay? Quadricep is what you are. You are quadriceps. And you're addicted. You're addicted to quadricep tension. In your life, forget about your life. Nothing else matters. All you want is more contraction here. You live for this moment. Now fight me. Kick me in the face. Get mad at me. Kill me. Come on. One more rep. One more rep. Go. Try it again. Okay, you all the way up. All the way up. Hold it there. Hold it there. Put tension here. Put tension there. Now fight me. Fight me harder. Harder. Harder! Harder! Come on, David! You're just getting started now. Come on. Push! 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 Okay. That's one set.
I also love how he had these rituals, especially for the squats, and the way he looked at it.
This is a religion. This is the altar, which I said before. But it's like courting a girl. You gradually get to know her. You gradually get comfortable with the bar on your back. And now you get married the final set. Okay? Most guys don't own the space. You know, they're like, oh, I'll rent the space. I'll do a few reps and I'll do some leg extensions, some leg curls. You own this place. So the first thing I usually have my guys do when they put on the shoes is I have them address the squat rack, look at the squat rack, and claim ownership. I own this place. This squat rack is mine. Nobody's gonna tell me when to go or when to stop but me. In fact, I'm gonna go further than I ever went before. You own this place. Those rituals are very important.
Yeah.
I mean, most bodybuilders don't realize how important the ritual is. It's preparation, even the celebration afterward is a ritual. People forget to celebrate, they forget to prepare. They just do it and wonder what happened. They're like waiting for something to happen, it never happens. You've got to will it to happen, but the rituals put you in place.
Yeah.
That's why religious people, they're religious, which we are, okay, have rituals. It puts you in that frame of mind, that spirit. Okay? Very, very important, very important. Okay. Nothing's like squats. I mean, it's like nothing compares to squats. You can do leg presses, but why? Why do an inferior movement? Why do a movement that looks good, but it produces hardly any results? I don't care how much weight you can use. I'd rather do, like you did, 3 good plates, get in 15, 20 good reps, and reap the benefit. I mean, there's a reason people don't squat. It's hard. It's hard. People don't want what's hard. They want what's easy, what looks showy. Forget about it. In fact, forget about the weight. Just squat correctly like you just did. That is the secret. Absolutely.
The final lesson from Tom Platz that I want to mention, luck is when preparation meets the opportunity.
I think luck is when preparation, when you prepare, when preparation meets opportunity.
When you're going through situations where you think that you deserve more, you compare yourself with other more successful people or competitors and say, I am better than that. Why don't I have all that success that the other person has? Or maybe you just didn't get the opportunity. The best way to go about it is to keep working, to keep preparing, and to make sure that when the opportunity comes, you are ready to take it. And if you're not ready, you will miss the chance, and who knows when the next opportunity will come for you.
Most of us prepared for years, 10, 20 years for one night where preparation met opportunity. That's winning. And having the same mentality, the same energy, the same passion and love for what you're doing years later. That's what it takes. That's commitment. Opportunity comes, you can either take it or remain scared of it. If you don't take it, it's going to knock on somebody else's door. And it's going to invite them to the adventure.
Gotta love this, man. I'm grateful that I could use Tom Platz as a role model to pick up some of his energy and translate it into the gym, into my business, and into some difficulties that are inevitably going to come in life. Here's a similar video about Arnold Schwarzenegger's training principles. He's another person that had a strong influence on me. See you guys there, and thanks for watching. Bye bye.